We're going to get the show started in 3, 2, 1. And I counted 1, 2, 3 instead, but that's okay. Hey, everyone, what's going on? Welcome to Game On and Beyond. This is Zach, and I'm Nick, and we're going to jump into some sweet gaming news in just a moment. But first, Zach, how are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing well, man. I woke up from a nap,
Love it.
and I also I was also at Taco Bell today.
Okay, love it. What'd you have from Taco Bell?
I had the Lux box.
Not sponsored yet.
No, but one day they will give me a full supply.
Dude, we'll have a Game On and Beyond box.
Dude, that would be awesome.
That'd be cool. And it'd be like our favorite items.
Dude, so like I would put in like, you ever heard of those candies called Whoppers?
Okay, yes. Let's continue. I'm not going to interrupt you.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're going to put Whoppers in the box?
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Why not?
okay, no, this Taco Bell items. It's got to have like a cheesy gordita crunch.
Fine. So I guess
No, what we should do is we should do like classic video games, and you have you have the box, but then to get the full experience, you have to buy another box, the DLC experience. So you get like one taco and one sauce, and then you buy the DLC box and you get the rest of your meal
oh, interesting.
for just a little bit more, a little bit cheaper. But then if you want the complete meal with the drink, you get the third add-on. That's the second DLC.
So can the smaller box be like the base game and then like the deluxe edition and then the premium edition type?
Yeah. So originally we had the box with multiple items, but then we were like, no, let's take out these items and sell them separately in a second box called the Game On and Beyond DLC box.
Okay.
So in what you would normally get is you normally get like a Crunchwrap Supreme, maybe a cheesy gordita crunch, a taco, and some chips. However, in this first box, you're only going to get the Crunchwrap Supreme and one sauce. If you want the drink, the chips, and the cheesy gordita crunch, you have to buy the DLC add-on for like $5.99.
Interesting.
So you pay like $20 for your box.
Hmm.
And then you can get different cosmetics. So if you want a different style of box, it's $3 more. You can get the exclusive gold box.
Interesting.
No extra content, but it looks way cooler. It's way more collectible. And if you buy it now, you get early access, but only to the chips part.
Oh, do
Yeah.
you get dip with it? Like, do you get, like,
No.
cheese?
So that's where you have to go and buy our exclusive currency. It's called Game On and Beyond coin.
Okay.
You buy $5.99 worth of Game On and Beyond coin.
Okay.
All right, that gives you 100 Game On and Beyond coins. Is this confusing? It sure is. Also,
Yeah.
you get 100 Game On and Beyond coins is worth $5.99, but the meal is $6. So you got to buy 2 packages of Game On and Beyond coin.
Man.
Just so we're really going to take advantage of the whole like microtransactions, cosmetics, DLC. We'll make it a very good video game experience, just like it is nowadays.
Man, we're nickel and diming.
Nickel and diming. My name is Nick, so just nickel and dime.
Yeah, that's right.
That sounds cool. That should be our names, nickel and dime.
Nickel and dime. Call me down, cause
That'll be a skit we'll do. We'll dress up like money and we'll talk about video games.
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
that's a good idea. We'll do that in a future skit.
That is real good.
So anyway, what did you get in your Taco Bell box after that huge rant I just went on?
So I got that Lux box.
Okay, the Lux box.
And what that comes with is one hard shell regular taco. It comes with, I want to say, a chalupa. Comes with, I think, a chalupa.
Okay.
Now, it's like supposed to be chicken based, but I always just make the beef
Do beef or steak?
because that beef is like hypnotizing.
Yeah, the steak sometimes tastes, or the chicken sometimes tastes a little gummy.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
it's like chewy in a weird way. Like I know food's chewy, but you know what I'm saying? Rubbery.
Yes.
Rubbery is what I'm trying to say.
And then it came with chips and some sauce.
Did they
the
remember
cheese
the sauce? I feel like Taco Bell they always give me weirdly enough, they always give me the cheese, but never the chips.
So they gave me both, which is
Okay.
pretty interesting. So the one over closer to my place
Uh-huh.
is like the best one. The one closer to your place,
Okay, yeah. You go to the one by the Meyer.
correct?
I do. I've been going there myself.
Okay.
I'll drive all the way the frick out there. The Wendy's and the Taco Bell there.
Yes,
Because if you go to the Wendy's and Taco Bell over here, it's bad service and it's terrible and they forget your stuff.
exactly.
And here's the thing, guys. Like, just like video games getting a little more expensive, like we've talked about, food is obviously getting more expensive, right?
Dude, yeah.
You don't have as many value meal items, value menu items. There's still some good deals out there. The Lux box, I think, is a good deal. But stuff can get expensive. And when you buy and spend that much money on fast food, you don't get your food. It's literally like a knife to the heart.
Right.
The ultimate betrayal.
It makes you never want to do it again.
I don't know how much more betrayal I can take.
It makes you want to start cooking.
Yes.
In a way.
But not right now. It makes me just want to get Taco Bell, but actually get my full order.
I mean, to be fair, like I would rather get my Taco Bell.
Yeah. Yeah. But we just had a conversation about this. Unless we're going to get sponsored by DoorDash and Uber One, don't use those things because you're going to spend a lot of money on fees. You're going to spend a lot of money on extra costs when you could just use the apps that have the deals and you get the rewards. So I always get a free cheesy gordita crunch from Taco Bell because it's part of the rewards thing.
Oh, so you actually use like
I use the actual
apps from the
Dude,
store itself.
If you use the McDonald's app, for example, you can get 25% off of your order every single day by ordering through the app. And then you build up points and you get free stuff. So I can get my kid a free Happy Meal almost every time I go because I have enough points built up. So I use the apps. I do curbside or drive through, or I walk in. No more delivery because you pay a bunch of extra and then you got a tip.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Well, I kind of got a few things against tipping because tipping culture is a little weird here in the United States.
Mhm.
However, people got to make their money, but I don't want to tip for fast food. That's a lot.
Yeah, especially since we're like back in the day when we were growing up, that wasn't a thing.
Dude, we used to be able to go to McDonald's. We used to walk over there. Remember walking?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
remember walking places
Right.
or riding our bikes?
Yeah. Good times.
We'd walk there and you'd be able to get a burger for like $1. You'd be able to, I remember I'd get like 3 cheeseburgers and 2 fries for like literally like $5.
Yeah.
It was a steal. I felt like I should be locked up for that.
It was a deal and a half.
Locked up. Like the Akon. That's that.
Go let me out.
Don't sing it too much. We don't want to get copyright struck.
I don't care. Did you see that video with Akon and the one dude like arresting that child predator?
Is that what he does now?
No, I don't think he does that, but I think they hired Akon to like sing that song while the guy was like getting arrested and stuff like that.
You know,
It was real funny.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure it was Akon was like at the mall the other day, like a couple weeks ago.
Our balls?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone said that they saw him with a big entourage of people. It was Akon or T-Pain. It was one of those two guys, and I'm pretty sure it was them.
Interesting.
But they're not really popular anymore, so no one gave a shit.
Dude, T-Pain recently played. So you know how T-Pain's been like a huge artist for like a long time. I mean, now he's not as huge now, but
Wasn't he like a Twitch streamer too for a while? He played
yeah,
video games.
he still plays. He plays games and then he also like makes music still and whatnot. So
T-Pain was on the season of The Masked Singer, and he has the most beautiful singing voice.
yeah, he's good.
Like,
singer.
no effects, no nothing. Like he's got a beautiful classical voice.
He does.
Sorry, I keep interrupting. Go ahead.
He played his first Coachella show this year.
Like techno, like, or is he like singing?
No,
Or
singing
is he-
like he's like, "I'ma buy you a drink." Like, that
oh,
kind
so
of
he
stuff.
did like T-Pain.
Yeah, no,
So he
like,
didn't like rebrand himself.
no, he like went like I guess Coachella never like brought him on stage or anything like until today, which is really weird because like at the peak of his popularity,
He was huge.
he was huge.
Yeah.
So you would assume that he would have at least played a little bit of Coachella, but
Yeah.
No.
No, they only need those trendy hipster bands.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But
So what were we talking about? Taco Bell.
we're talking about Taco Bell.
We're talking about Taco Bell. Okay. We went off on a big tangent. Sorry, guys. But you know what? You're here for the content. We're going to get to it. But sometimes it's good to just like shoot the breeze, like catch up on life, catch up on food, on experiences in life, on humanity itself, and the deeper meaning of life.
Exactly.
And that's what we're here to do.
Like right now, I'm going to talk about anime.
Let's talk about anime. So yeah, Zach, you said you have a couple things you've been watching. Let's
Ye-
talk about it real quick before we jump into the news.
Yeah. So I went to a movie by myself.
Whoa, you went to a movie?
A movie. Dude.
So just for those of you that don't know Zach very well, Zach, like, it's not that he hates movies.
I don't hate him.
He just doesn't watch them.
Not really. Yeah. I
Yeah.
find them kind of. I find if I'm not interested in like the subject matter and it doesn't like catch my eye from like the beginning, I get really bored
Yeah.
easily.
That also could be adult ADD.
It could be.
Like we talked about before the recording.
Most definitely.
Continue.
So I went. So to set the stage up, essentially, I was gonna go on a date, and I was gonna meet somebody, and I was meeting somebody there. Unfortunately, she flaked on me. So it's okay. It's modern dating. It happens, man. It's a trial and error type of thing. I'm not getting
Boo.
upset. She's still a cool girl. But the thing is that we're gonna go see Sinner,
Ooh.
which I've heard is amazing.
Okay. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
What did you end up seeing?
So I had two choices, and the second choice kind of popped out at me. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm like, okay, I had these tickets for Sinner. I should refund the first one and then go see Center.
Yeah.
But then on the corner of my eye, I saw the brand new Hatsune Miku movie that came out. Okay.
I didn't even know there was a Miku movie coming out.
It is right now the seventh, I guess, like on some kind of rating board or whatever. It's like the seventh top theater like movie of the week so far.
Okay.
So yeah, it's called Colorful Stage. The movie A Miku Who Can't Sing.
Okay. I
And
feel like anyway, sorry, continue.
you might have like seen previews or something for it. Basically what it, for those who don't know what Hatsune Miku is Hatsune Miku is it's a Vocaloid program. And there's other different kind of Vocaloids, but mostly what it shut up. What it is mostly it's a Vocaloid is a singer. It's a program in which you can like program lyrics and a singer into like whatever you make.
Okay.
So like basically it's just like a lyricist. It's kind of like, for example, if you like took a bunch of recordings and put it like T-Pain once
Okay.
again in like a program, and then you could use his vocals and like make like words for your song
Okay.
when you're like maybe like a bad singer or something like that. So
Okay.
you make the music and then you can add these lyrics and like vocals
So it's like auto-tune?
kind of in a way.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I went to go see her first ever feature film movie.
Okay.
And it was just all right.
Okay. It was just all right. Okay.
Yeah, it was good for like a first movie. Basically it's like it's this Miku, okay, who has like who's trying to branch out and like sing to certain people and like, but the problem is that these people aren't like resonating with their voice.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is actually based off of a game, a mobile game that is it's called Colorful Stage. I think it's called Project Kai or something.
Okay.
And basically it's like a group of like high schoolers who like play music and whatnot,
Yeah.
but they're all from like different high schools or like maybe from like the same one, just like different groups.
Okay.
And they're trying to reach out and like basically they play music and they're trying to help this Miku branch out. And then basically the whole
What is a Miku? Is it like a robot?
Miku is Hatsune Miku, which is a Vocaloid. But there's other Vocaloids, like there's Megarine Luca, there's Len and Rin, there's
Are they in like a digital world? Is this like Mega Man?
kind of in a way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Sakais or whatever
Yeah.
are like their own like digital worlds that they
Okay.
harbor in, and then basically they're like different genres. So
Okay.
there's like a rap genre, there's like a more like a pop genre, or there's like a rock genre or whatnot.
Okay. Makes
And-
sense.
So yeah,
Was there anyone else in the theater with you?
oh, that's the best part about it. So the best part is if you've ever been to a Hatsune Miku like concert, it's just a
Bunch of nerds.
bunch of big old nerds
Hell yeah.
and like girls, basically like high school girls mostly.
Your wife might be in that crowd.
Oh
Oh well, not sorry,
no,
not
no,
high
no,
school. I
no,
didn't hear that last part. I meant like maybe an of age woman was there that
Right.
could be your future wife.
Of course.
Clarify.
And yeah, it was really cool because like everybody was really into it. Like not only was the theater like packed, it was like so packed to the point where there were people that bought tickets and were just standing there, like where you know on the when you go on the right and the left side where like people are just where you walk in and then you find your seat. There was just people just standing there.
Really?
Just like with like these like light up little cone things that they use at the concerts where they'll be like, yeah, and dude, throughout the movie when they would play like these different Vocaloid tracks, there was like people that were like
performing and singing.
yeah,
It's like a Taylor Swift, like that Taylor Swift movie that came out.
exactly, dude.
Interesting. Okay.
Exactly.
Hey, good for you.
So it was kind of a cool experience in general
Yeah,
because of just like the atmosphere.
the community.
Yes, exactly.
I love that.
So yeah, it was a good story. I mean, it was kind of like it was typical like anime, like
Yeah.
oh, let's save the day.
But
type
like
stuff.
it's like the environment and the mood and the hype that brings it beyond like the mediocre.
Exactly. And then after the movie, there was an actual like concert that they played.
Oh.
So yeah, basically it was like they played like a few tracks and then they played like the main song from the movie itself.
I love that.
So yeah, it was really cool.
Okay.
It's yeah, I was really glad to see it too.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
love
and
that.
it only showed for that day twice.
Dude. Okay, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
everything happens for a reason,
exactly.
you know?
So if you've never listened to Vocaloid, I recommend it. It is definitely a different kind of genre. It's more poppy, you know,
Yeah.
but dude, like some of those songs, bangers.
Okay.
So shout outs. If you want a great video game to play the Project Diva series. That's probably the best. You can get it pretty cheap everywhere. So
Okay.
shout outs, dude.
Look at you. You turned what could have been something negative into a net positive.
If I didn't go see Miku, I probably just would.
Hey, I've heard Sinners is really good.
Oh yeah.
I've heard it's actually like really good. I need
That-
to go see it.
That was something that yeah, because I was like, man, like this looks really great. Let's
Yeah.
go watch it. But
It's also a very musical kind of movie. So,
is it?
Well, I mean, it's not a musical, but it is very like Delta jazz, Delta blues are very heavily featured in the movie
Very cool.
because of its time period and where it takes place in the United States. So
Very cool.
I don't know much about it beyond there, but I will go see that movie. Miku, I will not see it
Fair.
because I won't be able to because I don't want to. However,
I love your bluntness, dude.
however, I know you like it, and I'm glad you had a good experience, even though your date didn't turn out. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay, brother. Thank
There's
you.
always another fish in the sea.
Absolutely. There's another anime girl to date.
Yes, just the right one has not presented themselves. And shame on you, whoever you are. Zach's not going to shame you, but I will shame you right now on the internet. And I don't even know you. Who cares? I don't know you.
Who cares? I don't even know you.
No, I myself, I've been kind of watching the same old anime. I did dip into Mobile Suit Gundam. I can't pronounce it. I just call it G-Cucks. Because
Dude, that's what it looks like.
it's like GQGCQUUUUUX, like Quux, G-Quux, G-Cucks.
What a stupid name.
What a stupid ass name. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love Gundam, but like, dude, Gundam Wing, Mobile Suit Gundam, the 08th MS team, Zeta Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans, Witch of Mercury. Even those weird ass titles are way cooler than G-Cucks. But anyway,
Yeah,
here's what I
sure.
will say.
What's up?
I think it's pretty good so far. It's essentially a retelling of the 1 Year War timeline. So instead of Amuro Ray getting the Gundam, Char gets the Gundam
Oh.
and he brings it back to Zeon. And essentially, Amuro's father never dies because Amuro never gets the Gundam and fucks up the whole colony like he does in that first episode on accident.
Mhm.
Char's a way better pilot. So instead of blowing up this Gundam, he takes it. They refit it, make it all red and stuff like classic, like Char color.
Cool.
And essentially using the Gundam, his new type powers, and this new system called like the Psychonaut system or something of that nature, he essentially helps the Zeon win the war instead of the Federation.
oh.
So it's a new timeline where it's like 5 years after the 1 Year War. Zeon is essentially in charge of everything. Char has disappeared in some mysterious event where he's like saved Zeon. And it's about these like underground, almost like Fight Club-esque mobile suit battles. So I think it's only like 2 or 3 episodes in.
Okay.
Pretty good. It's kind of a tough complaint. The animation for the mobile suits are all that cell shaded 3D style, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I will say it looks pretty good. The Char episode in particular, he's like flying the Gundam around and like fighting, and they do all the classic like poses, but it's Char doing it this time in the Gundam.
That's cool.
They even have the music and everything, like the literally, exactly, yep. So good. They like remastered all that soundtrack and they have it in there, and it was very nostalgic. A couple bits of it are very nostalgic. So I would
Cool.
recommend it. Stupid ass name, G-Cucks. It's on Amazon Prime too, which I think is a bad move. Amazon Prime Video exclusive for now. It'll probably be on Crunchyroll at some time, but it's got a dumb name and it's on a dumb streaming service. So sorry, Amazon. We still would like a sponsorship if you want to hit us up. But dumb name, dumb streaming service.
Get on Crunchyroll because that's
Yeah.
all I got.
Yeah, and don't call it G-Cucks because all I think about is the word cuck. So I've been watching that. I'm gonna go see Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith this weekend. They're re-releasing it in theaters. I think it's a 25th anniversary.
Oh. Cool.
Ray and I are gonna go see that. I'm really excited.
Sick.
I'm a big fan of Star Wars, or at least like early Star Wars, not so much nowadays. But it'll be cool. So, did you hear about really quick? One last thing before we move on, because we've been talking a lot about random shit. So remember how we talked about the Minecraft movie a while ago?
Yeah, yeah.
So first off, it's made like 700 million worldwide right now. It's on its way to $1 billion. Did you hear about the viral trend that was going on during the movie?
No.
So apparently, there was this viral trend where in the scene where there's a scene where they're like fighting in the wrestling arena, and a little baby zombie drops on a chicken, and Jack Black's like, "Uh-oh, it's a chicken jockey," and it's called a chicken jockey, I guess, in the game. I
Okay.
don't know, but
Okay.
but apparently the viral trend is like these kids going to the theater and just losing their shit when that scene happens, like throwing popcorn around, throwing their drinks at people. Like just literally destroying the theater. It's like this viral trend where kids just show up, and as soon as he does the chicken jockey, everyone's like, "Oh," and they're just like throwing stuff around, and like
Oh my God.
it's so stupid, but like people love it. So don't destroy theaters, don't make other people's lives hell. But good for Minecraft, I guess.
Dude, that's wild.
It's really weird. It's just like the movie itself has become like a meme. Like
Yeah.
going to the movie and doing this has become like a trend and like a meme in itself. It's our society is very interesting,
Jeez.
to put it lightly.
Shout outs to Jack Black making all these kids
Dude.
like crazy.
Dude, Jack Black, the freaking lava chicken song, you should look that up. Lava chicken, you got the lava.
Wait, doesn't it have like an actual like a video or something for it?
I'm sure it does.
Okay.
It's a stupid song.
'Cause I
It's like,
heard it.
but Jack Black, like, it literally feels like Tenacious D. You know what I'm saying? Like he just keeps making up these random ass songs and like singing randomly, and it reminds me of Tenacious D big time, which is great.
Even that Peaches song from like the Super Mario like movie.
Oh yeah, he was Bowser in that movie, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he sang that song and it got really popular.
That song got really popular, dude.
and it's not a bad song either.
Yeah, dude. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, the movie may not have been the best, but Jack Black's an entertaining person. Momoa's funny, and Minecraft's popular. So
Exactly.
you add all those things up, 1 + 1 = $700 million.
Wow.
So good for them.
Good for
for
them.
them. If you don't have anything else,
Let's dive in, dude.
Let's dive in.
Let's dive. Let's dive into some Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders that open on Thursday starting at $450.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
We do have some Nintendo news. One, the first news story here is about Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders. Like Zach said, Thursday, June 5th. Oh wait, no. So anyway, let's start from the top. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders are back on the menu, boys.
Woo woo.
We are able to pre-order the Nintendo Switch starting April 24th, which is in 2 days from our time of recording right now. So the show will come out. It won't be 2 days from then. It's 2 days from now. Tuesday, April 22nd. It'll be Thursday, April 24th in both regions, US and Canada.
Canada.
The pricing right now has remained the same, even in the face of some tariff scares. The console will still cost $450,
Let's
and the Mario Kart World Bundle will just a measly
Excuse me.
$500. All right. It does sound that does make the Nintendo did announce that they may be adjusting accessory prices
Yeah.
because of the tariffs. Those have not been announced yet. They did announce, they apologize for the pre-order delay and all that. It is nice to see the console kind of staying at its price, which some would argue is still kind of unreasonable. However, it's good that it didn't go up. That would have sucked. You'll be able to pre-order the Switch from Nintendo directly. However, they do have a lot of interesting ways that they're going to have you like prove that you're like a Nintendo fan, so you're not a scalper. Like you have to have an online membership in the last year, I think, and then over 50 hours of gameplay just on your Nintendo Switch to be able to pre-order it through Nintendo. I believe they're doing some pretty tough things to make sure it's not just people buying them up and scalping.
Good.
If you don't want to do that, you got Best Buy, you got GameStop, you got Walmart, you got Target, and their pre-orders are going to go live April 24th as well. I believe at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Target and Walmart orders open up at midnight. Amazon will also be your destination for pre-orders. So I'm not pre-ordering.
Cool.
I've decided I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I am gonna get Metroid Prime day one. Metroid Prime
for
yeah,
like
for the
Switch
first
one?
Switch.
Okay.
And there's also this cute game we didn't talk about a couple weeks ago called Witchbrook that's coming out that I think Rachel
Yes.
will really like.
Yeah.
So I showed her that trailer the other day and she's like, I might actually play this. So that's another Switch 1 game I think that we'll be able to play. So
Sick. Cool.
I'm still pretty tentatively excited about the Switch 2. There's some cool stuff coming out. So get out there and pre-order if you'd like. Otherwise, wait. Maybe you can get a good deal.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't be able to get one at all. We'll see.
Man, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm kind of excited for the Switch too.
Yeah.
I'm actually like really excited. I've been playing my Switch more,
Okay.
and there is something about the Nintendo Switch and like Nintendo games that just make me so much happier than like modern games do.
Yeah.
I recently played Banjo Kazooie
Okay. Love it.
off of NSO, and man, what a great platform game.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's I don't know if it's controversial. Some may say it is, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think it's better than Super Mario 64. But way better. But way better than Super Mario Sunshine. I'll tell you that. That game I do not like.
Dude, so really? You didn't like Sunshine?
Not really. I don't like that. I don't like Flood. The little jetpack thing he's got.
Oh, why not?
It just kind of makes the
Kinda
game a little bit
stupid.
stale.
Yeah.
It makes it not stale. I would say probably
Did
just
you like the hat gimmick more than the water squirting?
from
The
Odyssey?
Odyssey?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
That was
Odyssey a
another
lot.
kind of like living creature that just attaches itself to you and like sucks off your life force. Sucks you off your life force, I mean.
Your life force. What else, Nick?
No, so I will say this, you know, we had a lot of I had a lot of poo pooing on Nintendo and Nintendo Switch. I still think some of their pricing stuff is kind of whack, but the console looks great.
Mhm.
I still think the whole gimmick being the mouse capability and the camera seems super like 20 years ago.
It still is. Yeah.
However, the console's quality, it's going to be more powerful. It's going to have better features. The games look great. I mean, they're showing off like Cyberpunk, right? On that bad boy.
Yeah.
So
It's supposed to come out, I think. Is it? It's not day one, is it? On the Switch? I can't remember exactly.
I don't
But
know.
there's a lot of like games that are coming out day one for that thing.
But
So-
but you know, to your point earlier, you know, Nintendo just makes games very well. They really make use of the hardware that they do have. I mean, for crying out loud, they were making those amazing Zelda games on Switch 1 hardware.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty stoked. Again, I don't know if I'll be able to jump right in and buy one, but I am looking forward to see what gets released, to see what the reception is, and to see how well it sells. That's going to be really curious in this economic climate with all the tariff stuff going on. So
Mhm. Yeah.
it's going to be curious, especially since they have kind of like a dual release system with like Switch 1 still being heavily supported on top of Switch 2.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see if that kind of cannibalizes any of the interest or sales in it. Especially like I can play Beyond on Switch 1, so that would be maybe like one of the only reasons I'd get a Switch 2 right off the bat.
Right.
So it would definitely run better. So,
Yes, most
So
definitely.
we'll see. But I'm interested. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm
I'm-
looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm
Espe-
pretty excited.
What I'm really looking forward to, mostly out of all of it, is I'm still sad that it's not coming to the Switch 1, but those GameCube games, man, I'm just pumped.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
so
that is
excited.
a big selling point. You know, they need a new Star Fox game. What's up with that?
Dude, I'm
Can we get
surprised that they
Dinosaur
never.
Planet 2?
Well, dude, that'd be actually sick.
That was cool.
I like
Star Fox
Dinosaur.
Adventures.
Yeah, dude.
Remember sitting in there, you were helping me do that one thing where you have to you have to like push shit. I think it was like this lever you had to push, and I couldn't press the button fast enough. So we're sitting there like both pressing the button really fast.
Every time that game gets brought up or we talk about that game, that's the first thing I think about. Just me sitting in that, sitting in the room
Playing the game,
upstairs,
playing
dude.
freaking GameCube in the room.
Freaking hitting that A button like it was no
Stressed out
tomorrow.
Playing Star Fox Adventures.
That's good times.
Good times. I hope they come out with the sequel.
Me too.
We have more Nintendo news,
Gasp.
but this one's a little more dangerous. We have Detective Nintendo on the case. So last year, if you didn't know, out in the internet world, there was a massive Pokemon data breach called the Terra Leak, I believe is what it was
Yep,
called.
that's what it's called. Yep.
There was a user, a Discord user by the name of Game Freakout, who essentially leaked out tons of information about not only Pokemon ZA, but apparently unreleased information, like stuff like a Detective Pikachu sequel, other planned Pokemon movies. A pretty huge leak in terms of like scrap content when it comes to Pokemon Sword and Shield. So a lot of information just kind of out there that this person found. Nintendo wants them, dead or alive. They didn't say that. I'm just kidding. I wanted it to sound more dramatic. No, Nintendo wants them. They want Discord to release. They're going after Discord too. They want their name, address, phone number, and email address of the leaker. And they apparently subpoenaed this person due to the upload of confidential materials not released to the public. And they are just trying to find this person.
Wow.
So, you know, we know Nintendo is very litigious Is that what the right word would be? You know, if they think you're copying them, if they think you're streaming their games without permission, if they think you're doing anything that could soak some money from their wallet, they're going to sue you.
Yeah, most definitely.
They will come after you with all of their lawyers. So, Discord hasn't publicly addressed the request. However, Nintendo is going after this person hard, and they are fully going after them with a lawsuit. So, if that person gets revealed, God help them.
Yeah, good luck.
God help them. However, I mean, here's the thing:
Good luck.
leaks kind of suck. Sometimes leaks have been a good thing for various things. Like one, this is not video game related, except for the fact that it's a video game character. But remember when the early images kind of leaked out of Sonic the Hedgehog and how ugly he was?
Yeah.
And then the fan backlash was like, I don't think it was a leak necessarily, but they just like someone put out images of stills, and the backlash was so bad that they literally delayed the movie and redesigned Sonic.
Didn't Sega too? Didn't they just release the trailer with the ugly Sonic in it, and then people were just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
too.
you know what? That is part of it. They were gonna go fully go ahead with that ugly abomination,
Yeah, they
and
were.
people were like, "No, thank you." So, I think in some cases, leaks can be good because it kind of gives you an idea of what's to come, and you can kind of start being like, that's not what we want. It's not what we want." However, it does kind of suck sometimes to kind of get things spoiled, or to, you know, potentially create that bad like mindset of the game before it even comes out.
Yeah, because I think that personally for me, I think most leaks are, depending on the leak itself, some are good, but most are very damaging.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in that case, you know,
Yeah.
I understand why Nintendo would go after this dude.
Wasn't there a big
especially
GTA
heavily.
6 leak? Didn't the designers like kid like go in his dad's office and like take some screenshots of stuff and like leak that stuff out?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I do know. I remember when GTA 6 got leaked, there was the plot points got leaked, as well as like some like really early like test footage of
Mhm.
the game itself, which made it showed off like really dynamic like things that are in the game that were not meant to be in the public just yet.
Yeah.
Because I think GTA 6 is like supposed to have a really robust like open world type of game
Ooh.
where like where there are certain things that we're going to be able to do in this game that we have never ever done in a game.
Yeah.
Like I think there's like dynamic like what do you call it? Robberies
Okay.
and stuff like that in the game itself, so you can like go to any store and like just rob them, but like do it like proficiently, like as
Okay.
in,
I
like,
see what you're
actual
saying. Like a
robbing.
straight up heist.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Something like that. And they also leaked that it's supposed to like the main two characters are like kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde type of situation.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Leaks happen.
leaks happen.
Nintendo, like we talked about, has taken people to court over these kind of things.
Yes, they have.
Apparently this happened the previous time there was photos of the Pokemon Sword and Shield strategy guide were distributed online. Nintendo went after them and made them pay $150,000 each in damages and attorney fees. So
Woo!
Nintendo's like, we're gonna sue you. You're gonna pay for us suing you.
Dude, wow.
So you know, be careful. Nintendo's out there. They want their stuff protected and they want to release it on their own terms, which makes sense. They make it. So good luck. Good luck to you, Game Freak Out. If they find you, God help your soul.
Yeah, man. That you're gonna get the ban hammer, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're gonna get you. So it'll be interesting to see what Discord does, if they're gonna be like, yeah, let's do it, or if they're gonna be like, no, we need to protect people's privacy.
Do you think that Discord gets sued as well for that?
Probably, I would imagine.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind.
I don't know if there's some kind
stipulation.
of privacy rights kind of things that they can claim. They haven't even come out and said anything yet, so that's kind of telling. Maybe they're looking at their options, like, hey, if we hide this person, are we going to get sued, or should we just give them up?
Right.
That will be interesting to tell. So all sorts of fun gaming news drama.
Remember, there's a Detective Pikachu out for your ass.
Yeah, he's
So,
coming for you.
He's gonna shock your world.
Yeah.
When you're in jail, baby.
Speaking of coming, we have Marvel Rivals swimsuit skins. Did you like that segue?
That's really good. I love it, dude. I love it because when I look at these images, they make me want to buy the game.
They were
Or-
going to buy the skins
Yeah, buy
and
the
do
skins.
nothing else.
Wow.
Marvel has announced. So first off, in the comic world, Marvel has announced the return of the Marvel Swimsuit Special. They're also teasing that this new issue will include some future sexy skins for its Marvel Rivals character. So it's called Marvel Swimsuit Special: Friends, Foes, and Rivals #1.
Wow.
It releases July 9th. So if you want to get your gooner on, get out there, get that swimsuit special, see your favorite men and women and people of Marvel and their skivvies. Essentially, it will contain designs for future Marvel Rivals skins. So we're kind of expecting these probably around the summertime, I'd imagine. There's not a whole lot of plot to this comic beyond just like, hey, we got to do a swimsuit special for the good of mankind, and they do a swimsuit special.
Gotcha.
Marvel Rivals has been a huge success, I would say. One of the things that people like are the character models. They've made sure to make the men and the women super sexy, super busty, super boobalicious, if you want to call it that, bootylicious, fergalicious, whatever you want to call it. So people like the game. And, people are going to start liking it a whole lot more when they can put Emma Frost in a skimpy bikini.
Dude, I'm looking at these pictures of her right now, and my God.
Yeah.
The sex appeal is just there.
Let's just say this. The designers know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, man, they do.
They know exactly what they're doing. Even with the dudes. Everyone in this game is like a thirst trap. I mean, for crying out loud, they had Venom twerking.
Yeah.
And that dude's got a donk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, most def.
if you like to be extra horny while you're playing your video games, be on the lookout for these swimsuit skins coming this summer. And I do mean coming.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's
So,
hot.
interesting stuff for all you gooners out there. Now, on to the news.
The news of the
The news of
week?
the show.
And not only that, but the news of the day.
I would say big news that came out right today. We'd been talking about this for a while. You all know it was coming. Speaking of coming again, we have today announced officially from Bethesda and Virtua Studios the official Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster.
We done did it.
Not only did we get the announcement, which was a really cool, like 20-minute presentation kind of story behind the remake, alongside a trailer, they dropped it same day for the affordable price of $49.99.
Good job. Good on you,
I
Bethesda.
was blown away.
Good on you.
I watched. Did you get to catch any of the? Did you watch any of the trailers or anything? No pressure if you didn't. That's okay.
No, I haven't, to be honest.
It all kind of dropped today. I ended up watching the 20-minute presentation. Super cool. They talked about the evolution of the game. They talked about, all of the visual enhancements that this 20-year-old game, which is wild, has remastered. It runs at 4K resolution and 60 frames per second. All remade in Unreal 5. The game looks gorgeous. They were showing screenshots and just captures and gameplay from the 2006 version compared to the 2025. They even showed one of the opening cinematics, which shows like the Emperor and him kind of like talking, 87 years I've lived, or whatever he says. And then they showed it in the 2025, and it just looks freaking incredible.
It's awesome.
They've made all sorts of changes. They've changed some of the leveling system. They've changed character creation to kind of match more in line with what Skyrim did. Combat animations are changed. In-game menus have been improved. New dialogue. There's a proper third-person view. There's new lip sync technology with this new mesh design thing, so it actually looks like people are talking when they're talking to you.
Nice.
It looks not only a graphical treat, but they actually made the gameplay better.
It's good.
It's a complete game, like we talked about. All the DLCs for it and all the expansions that came out for Oblivion will be included. So it is literally a complete package with all of these amazing enhancements for $49.99. I think that's pretty sweet. They probably could have charged a little more for this game, which people would have been pissed off about.
I would have.
However, I am so excited. Here's what Bethesda says. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered modernizes the 2006 Game of the Year with all new stunning visuals and refined gameplay. Explore the vast landscape of Cyrodiil. Did I say that right? Yes, I'll say I did. Like never before, and stop the forces of Oblivion from overtaking the land in one of the greatest RPGs ever from the award-winning Bethesda Game Studios.
When you were just saying that, when you're just saying that right now,
Yeah.
all I could see is like gameplay footage,
And
and then like you like explaining everything.
Welcome to the world of Tamriel. Here it is, journeyed through the rich world of Tamriel, battle across the plains of Oblivion, where handcrafted details have been meticulously recreated to ensure each moment of exploration is awe-inspiring.
What are you doing? Why
I
are
don't
you
know.
here right now? Why
I don't
are
know.
you like?
I need to
why
be
are
a
you
game
doing
narrator.
yeah, you need to like voice like car commercials or something
Let's
like
do
that.
it. In a world where Zach needs a new car, but has no money, it looks like he's riding his bike. So, the complete story is here. You have different classes. The exploration is insane. They've redesigned pretty much everything. The world looks great. I am so excited. So they do have a standard edition and a deluxe edition. With the standard edition, you get the digital base game, Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine story expansions, which is great. You get additional content, Fighter Stronghold expansion, Spell Tome Treasures, Vile Lair, Mehrunes Razor, don't know what that is, the Thieves Den, Wizard's Tower, Orrery, and Horsepack Armor. With the deluxe edition, you get digital base game, unique digital Akatosh and Mehrunes Dragon Armors, Weapons, and Horse Armor sets. Sounds cool. Digital art book and soundtrack app. Love it. Silvering Isles and the Knights of the Nine story expansions. Already got it. Additional downloadable content. What do we had before? Fighter Stronghold expansion, Spell Tome Treasures, Vile Lair, Mehrunes Razor, the Thieves Den, Wizard's Tower, Orrery, and the Horsepack Armor.
Damn.
So
That's stuff.
I just got the base game. I didn't need all the extra cosmetics and sound stuff. If I want to listen to the soundtrack, I'll just hop on like YouTube.
Sure. Fair.
However,
Fair.
however, a lot of stuff comes in this. A lot of gameplay. A lot of people put a ton of hours into this game. I'm mad excited. I bought it right off the bat as soon as the announcement popped on. I'm gonna start playing it probably tomorrow, if not tonight.
Dude, I'm excited.
So I'll probably have more of a review for you guys next week. So
Very cool, dude.
I'm very excited.
Dude, it looks great. I mean, dude, for what it came out in May something of 2006.
Yeah.
And I remember buying it for my PC when it first released with my e-machine.
Oh, I remember that computer.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. It was man, what a horrible computer that was. It was not a gaming PC whatsoever, but man, did it run Oblivion at 20 frames per second.
Hell yeah.
And it was an amazing time, man.
Crisp 20 frames. No,
That's exciting.
I'm super excited. It's coming to PC, Xbox Series X, NS, PlayStation 5. I was really worried at first because I started searching it in the PlayStation store and I must have typed it wrong because it didn't pull up anything. And I immediately had the fear that it was going to be like an Xbox exclusive because of Bethesda and Microsoft.
Yeah.
But I got PC, so I guess it doesn't matter. However, I really wanted to play it on my PS5 Pro.
And it's
So-
enhanced for the PS5 Pro.
And
too.
it's enhanced and it looks so good. So I am very excited. I got my big old TV. I got my big old PS5 Pro and I'm ready to go.
Dude, I'm excited for you. You need to let me know if it's like if it's a game I should buy or not.
Yes, I've been looking for something to kind of scratch my gaming itch besides like Helldivers and Destiny up until Elden Ring Night Rain comes out because that comes out in like a little less than a month, I think.
Does it?
I think May something it comes out.
Oh, cool.
I mean, fact check me. Leave a comment below if I'm wrong. However, I think it comes out in May because I've been keeping an eye on it in the pre-order, so I just don't want to pre-order.
Yeah.
So I wanted something that can just kind of fill my time with a fun RPG, and I was praying to all the gods that this rumor about Oblivion would be correct, and it was. So hop on your consoles, hop on your PCs, and you can finally play something Elder Scrolls related that isn't 5 different versions of Skyrim.
Yes.
So I'm very stoked. And this does kind of give hope that there may be doing some kind of Skyrim remake at some point, another one.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat. I think that'd be kind of cool. I hope that they go back to the third one, Morrowind.
Ooh, you know, I did hear that. A lot of comments for this were like, okay, great, do Morrowind next.
Yeah, because supposedly Morrowind is like needs an update.
I feel like I remember seeing the Elder Scrolls Morrowind review on like XPlay.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like back
dude.
there on G4 when G4 was like a piece of shit when they didn't
Yeah.
relaunch it. But
ooh,
But no, I'm very excited. Like I said, I bought it. I'm gonna play it. I think it's really great. You know, in the video that Virtua Studios, who they relied on for the remaster, was just talking about all their experiences in the game. So you could really see, like we've talked about before, a studio that's very passionate about a project, knows the project, knows it firsthand by playing it. So they were able to put a lot of passion into this remaster, and it wasn't just like a cash grab.
Mhm.
It looks amazing. I'm super stoked. So we'll have more information for you next week when I get a couple hours in. I'm hoping to get like 20 hours in minimum by next week. Maybe I can squeeze some more out of there, and I'll have a better idea. I think it's going to be worth it, but I'll let you know for sure.
dude, Next review coming.
Next review. You know what? I think I'm kind of debating. I have this idea. Maybe this isn't great to talk about this live on the podcast. However, I have this idea for like Game On and Beyond, like bonus levels where we do
Oh,
like
yeah.
mini reviews on something.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, whether it's like a movie or a TV show, like maybe your Miku movie, Elder Scrolls, you know,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So
Oh yeah, we could do like maybe like a 3 to 5 minute or something like that.
I love that. Yeah, something
Yeah.
small, easy to edit.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for more content coming from us in the future. It's going to be great.
For sure, for
I think this would be a great streaming game too. So maybe I'll hook up the Elgato and get that thing fired up.
there we go, baby.
So that is the news I have for this week. Did you have anything you need to throw out in the docket?
No,
That's okay. No, great.
we're good to go.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, wait. No, actually, we do. We got,
Oh yeah, no.
yeah,
I'm an idiot. Redact. We're going back. We have some games to talk about that are coming out this week besides Oblivion. So let's
Yes.
talk about some game releases this week that we're excited for.
Yes.
Hit him with it.
So, we're gonna talk first. Because I got a little bit more to say about Claire Obscure. So,
No, do it.
let's go with Days Gone Remaster first.
Okay, we'll keep it super simple and sweet.
Yes. So,
Days Gone Remastered. Sorry. Do you
No,
want me
go
to
on.
talk about this one?
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you.
Days Gone Remaster, April 25th. It's going to be only on PS5. Makes sense. I think I'm going to pick this game up.
Pumped.
Another great looking remaster where they improved the graphical fidelity, they improved the actual gameplay, and they fixed a lot of the bugs that I think hampered this game's launch when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a new game mode that's almost, I think, like an infinite survival mode where you just traverse the land, you get power ups, you get gear, and the horde that follows you just gets larger and larger and harder to fight.
Sick.
And you just go and go and go and go until you're done. So it's almost kind of like a roguelite experience for
Yeah.
Days Gone.
Neat.
Super excited. Looks amazing. Looks fun. I think I'm going to pick it up. Hit him with some Claire Obscura.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33 comes out on April 24th for the PlayStation 5, Windows PC, Xbox Series X. Let me tell you about something, okay? We got Oblivion that came out, right? But this is the game that I'm going to go balls deep for sure. So tomorrow is when the review embargoes lifted,
Ooh, okay.
but there was a leak.
Ooh.
So
Leak?
they are saying that this game is not only amazingly beautiful.
Okay.
It is not only does it have a killer soundtrack where it's like all of the songs are pretty much bangers,
Love it.
but the gameplay is going to be like revolutionary.
Okay.
I wouldn't say like revolutionary in like a sense of like for turn-based wise.
Yeah.
So have you ever heard of a game called Lost Odyssey?
Yes.
Okay. So that was a really obscure game that had a lot of well, let me ask you this. Have you heard of a game called Legend of Lagoon or Dragoon?
Yes.
Dragoon.
Yeah. Wasn't that okay? Wasn't that the game where you're flying on the dragon and
No, that's Panzer
Panzer Dragoon? Okay. Yeah.
Good,
I
ref-
have-
good
I
reference. though.
have heard of
reference.
Legend of Dragoon. I just never played it though.
Yeah, so Legend of Dragoon was a PS1 game that was a JRPG essentially, and it had this thing where they had like time attack, like where if you push the X button at the right time, it'd do like more damage. So Claire Obscure is like that, where it has that sort of timing feature in it.
Yeah.
But man, it is getting such great reviews already.
I'm happy to hear that.
So I am so excited for this. It's like I'm literally anytime that there is any news on it, I don't look at it
Okay.
because I want to come into this game extremely extremely
like pent up or ready to bust.
yes.
I mean,
pretty much.
I know what you're saying though. You want to go in like fresh. You don't want to have all those preconceived notions.
Yes.
You know, you want to be able to approach it from where you are and experience it just on your terms. I totally
Yes.
get that. Totally get that.
This weekend I'm going to Indianapolis to go see Hawthorne Heights and Chiodos live.
Oh,
Buddies, yeah.
dude, what a show.
Yeah.
Chiodos?
Yeah, Chiodos.
That's
dude.
a deep cut.
Not only that, but it's Hawthorne Heights and Chiodos. It's their first album tour.
Oh
So-
my god.
so they're gonna be-
Dude, Ohio's for Lovers. Was that their
Yes.
first album? Was
Yeah.
that their first album?
In Silence and Black and White
Okay.
with with that song Nicky FM.
Yep.
Where he's like right now I'm outside of your window. Yes, exactly. And Chiodos, like those are bands that obviously you and I kind of grew up with and whatnot. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, so but I was like, man, I'm not gonna be able to play this game because it comes out on Friday or whatever. So I said, screw it. I'm gonna take a vacation day on Monday. and I'm going to literally destroy this game.
Heck yeah.
I'm so pumped, guys.
Good.
Looking forward to it. It is probably going to, if it's is what they say it is, it probably will be my game of the year.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully the hype is real.
Like you will with Oblivion.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and give a small little preview.
We'll talk about it next
review
week.
next week. I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving it. It's becoming like a review. show.
Yes. No, I like it. We'll,
Is it-
we'll write a little squipt.
It's good. I love
We'll
it.
squipt it out a little bit.
I'm pumped.
No, I'm excited. A lot of good games coming out. Couple really quality remasters that are kind of whetting our appetites until the real big games start coming out at the end of this year, kind of mid to the end of this year.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited. I'm sure you all are excited. Video games are cool. Tariffs are not for video games. However, we love video games.
We do.
I don't know what rant I was trying to go on there, but
Love video games.
that's what we got for the week.
Yep.
It's been a fun time, but
Thanks
we're
for
going to
having
bid
me.
you adieu. As always, if you like what you see, and even if you don't like what you see, just do it anyway. Forget it. Forget that first part. Just do it. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Probably more thumbs up.
We would appreciate more. Thumbs.
Subscribe for free. Leave a comment. The more engagement we get, the more our show can grow, the more we can do this stuff for you, or at least kind of get ourselves out there.
Yeah.
And as always, have a great week. This is Zach. I'm Nick. And y'all have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.
Peace.